episode, everyone. This is Atama's Review Corner, Season 3, Episode 8. This review is made possible thanks to the Xbox 360 and its Avatar Connect Fun Labs app. I am your digital host, Atama Darkening. And today... Sorry. Hold on a moment while I check in with my co-host. Bella, how is everything coming along with the plan?
Everything is going just fine. The computer should have it done for us by the end of the episode.
Alright, good then. Keep watch and inform me the moment it's done. Anyways, today I will be ranting about what has become of G4TV in the past few years. Now, before I get started, I would like to state that this is my opinion, and also that I do not hate the people who own G4TV, or the few video game themed shows that are still on there. And yes, for the record, I'm fine with Attack of the Show, as it is video game relevant as well as the rest of the world in the process. No, what I do have a problem with, and have had for a while now, is back when G4 first started. And in almost all video game shows, ranging from a show where video game trailers were shown all the way to the other side of the spectrum for biographies about developers, companies, or just someone important to the video game industry. Unfortunately, the channel slowly started to morph and transform, as it started to gain shows such as Cheaters, Cops, and Campus PD, just to name a few. That almost had nothing to do, if anything, with gaming. Now granted, I do understand that perhaps they needed more funding to their channel. However, I used to always distract myself with G4 every day, all day, while I played a game on another TV. I felt that finally there was a channel for me to get a full dose of my video game fix. Or addiction, as some would call it. So I must ask you, G4, what happened? And why did you change so drastically? I'm not saying a few off-topic video game shows could not have been on the lineup, but why is it that most of the time I'm forced to only 2 shows that has to do with video games, like X-Play and Attack of the Show, stuff I really don't care about on the channel, which seems now more like 90% of the time. Now, I know many, if not almost all of you, would disagree with me on this topic, thinking who cares? Or even the higher-ups in G4 may think we are changing the channel for the better, and one person's crazy thoughts don't matter. However, I have a few ways to solve the lack of video game shows on G4 for anyone out there listening to this, from the company and to anyone who would agree with my thoughts on G4's decline from mostly video game themed or based shows. 1. Perhaps come out with another channel, going back to the basics of classic shows that used to clutter the airwaves, kind of like Boomerang for Cartoon Network did, or even TV Land that Nick at Night / Nickelodeon did, with the more classic shows from older days. Then you could add more original shows, or maybe even new ones, along with the old shows, again, like TV Land's been doing. Or 2, if a new channel is too much money, or too hard to maintain, or maybe it's just not even worth putting the money into another channel, then maybe maybe add back some more video game themed or based shows. It doesn't have to completely go back to the way it once was, but at least make it 50% between video game shows and non-video game shows. And if you are going to do that, do not make it one show all day of the same thing. Variation is nice. Not throwing one or another into a big block either. Like all non-gaming or all gaming kind of alternate. Also, this way there's more variety in what to watch and when to watch it on the channel. Like I previously stated earlier, than one or two video game shows. In conclusion, I have seen the rise and even, in my opinion, the fall of a once great network, now reduced to nothing more than a mediocre, forgettable channel that really has no identity of its own to distinguish it from any other channel. Okay, well, maybe except for, of course, when they air E3 or Comic-Con, which is the only time that it's all most at its shining best. And you know, E3, I love E3. It is one of my favorite things to watch during that week. That is good. And Comic-Con, okay, I'm a comic book geek, I can be, so it's nice to have variety in there too, and even at Comic-Con, they still do video game-based things.
Alright, it's done, and we are ready. I'll have the computer send yours to you right away.
Thank you. Now we can finally get to the bottom as to why the Joker felt the need to mimic me and do the review on Arkham Asylum.
But how are we gonna know where he is?
Oh, right. Well, that shouldn't be too hard. I mean, come on. All we should have to do is keep watch for strange reports on the news. Ah, here it is. Let's see how it fits. Thanks for sending it over, Bella. Fits perfect. How about yours?
A little tight and a little revealing, but I think it will do.
Why, yes, it is. But it looks good on you. And it shall do. Well then, until next time, come back to Atama's Review Corner, Season 3, Episode 9, for the season finale and review of Batman, Arkham City. And remember, keep gaming and reaching for those achievements in games and life. Wait till you get a load of what I have in store for you